Hey guys, hope you're all well and enjoyed yesterday's workout. We've got another cracker for you today. So we're going to start off with 30 seconds each side in a couch stretch. You're then going to do 10 staggered stance RDLs and then 10 plank to pikes. Take your time on those, just start moving through the hips and the posterior chain. From there, you're going to do 2 sets, 10 good mornings. You're then going to do 10 single leg RDLs and you're going to alternate each leg. You're then going to do 5 air squats, 10 lunges, and then a further 5 air squats. From there, you're going to do a 3-minute EMOM, and in each minute, you're going to fit these movements in. 5 goblet squats, 5 and 5 push press, that's 5 on your right, 5 on your left, then 10 kettlebell swings. That's all in 1 minute. Main piece today, guys, 20-minute EMOM. First minute, 45 seconds of either back squats, goblet squats, or air squats. Second minute, 45 seconds of push press or press ups. Those could be barbell push press or single arm push press. Third minute, 45 seconds max kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell, then use a plate and go ground to overhead. Fourth minute is a rest. Barbell, we're at 50 kilos for gents and 30 kilos for ladies. Then going to go into a conditioning piece, guys. 10-minute EMOM. First minute, 30 seconds plank with a hand and a leg reach. Second minute, 15 hip clams each side. Third minute is a repeat of 1, which is 30 seconds of a plank with a hand and leg reach. And then your fourth minute is 20 hollows, 2 tucks. Fifth minute is a rest, and you'll run through that twice. This should be a really nice workout, guys. Pretty intense in the middle, nice and smooth at the end with some midline work. The movement video is coming up next, and we hope you enjoy it. Alright then guys, it's time for our warm-up for today's workout. We're going to start by opening the hips and the posterior chain. So we're going to start off with a nice solid couch stretch. You're going to take one foot onto a bench or a chair, and that same knee is going to go down onto the floor. You're going to imagine all the while that you're pulling your belt buckle up here and pressing your rib cage down. You're not crouching, however, you're just staying nice and tall, squeezing the glute, pushing the rear foot into the bench, and then just getting a nice stretch all the way down the hip. You'll do 30 seconds one side, 30 seconds the other side. From there, you're then going to do 10 single leg RDLs. So you're going to go, front leg is going to be straight with a slight bend of the knee, slight softening of the knee, okay, so it's not locked. Rear leg is going to be pretty much bent, and the heel is going to be off the floor. You're then steadily going to hinge through the hip, and then push the floor away to stand nice and tall. So it's going to be a good hinge, firing into that hamstring, and then pushing back up. Okay, just a couple from the other side. Alright, making sure that back is nice and flat, torso nice and tall. Once you've finished those, you're going to go into 10 plank to a pike. So you're going to take your feet nice and wide apart, you're going to go down into your plank position. You're going to push up nice and high, pushing the heels down as hard as you can, and then back to that plank, and then back to that pike position. Pushing the chest down, making sure you get a nice stretch through those shoulders, and a stretch through your hamstrings as well, okay? Once you've done those, we're then going to work into 2 sets of, starting off with 10 good mornings. You're going to hinge from the hip, nice steady good morning. This time, remember, both feet are pushing down into the floor, really nice and hard, and you're working that hinge position. You're then going to go into 10 single leg RDLs. These are 10 each side. So standing on one foot, pressing that rear foot away, you're going to hinge down as far as you feel comfortable and then push back up. You could change legs every rep if you want to, or you could repeat that movement on the same leg. Make sure you're pushing that spare leg away. It will really help you stay engaged all the while. Main thing here, guys, is to keep that back really nice and flat. Don't look for extra range if you're rounding the back. You're then going to do 5 air squats. Then you're going to do 10 alternating lunges. So you can go forwards or reverse with those lunges. And you're going to do 10 reps in total. And you're then going to do a further 5 of your best air squats. Okay? And you're going to do 2 rounds of that whole piece. Once you've finished that, guys, we're then going to move on to a 3-minute EMOM. All these movements are going to be fitted in each minute, all right? So it's going to be 5 goblet squats. So kettlebell under the chin. 5 nice solid squats. You're then going to go into 5 push press each arm. So 5 on one, and then simply swap over, 5 on the other. Nice solid leg drive, okay? You're then here going to go into 10 kettlebell swings. Okay, and you're going to build your tempo up. So that's 5 goblet squats, 5 push press each arm, 10 swings, and that is every minute on the minute you're doing those movements, okay? It'll be a relatively full minute, but just keep yourself moving as you go along, okay? So, we then move into our main section, and we're going to do a 20-minute EMOM. We have 4 minutes worth of movement, and we're going to break that down for you now. So, if you are on a barbell, your movements, your first 2 movements, so you're going to do 45 seconds in a back squat, okay? So, taking that bar up onto the back, you're then going to go into a nice, steady back squat, and you're going to do as many reps as you can in 45 seconds, okay? If you are on a kettlebell or a dumbbell or any odd object, you guys are going to do goblet squats. Okay, as many reps as possible in 45 seconds. If you don't have any weight, you guys are going to do as many air squats as possible in 45 seconds as you can. Your second minute is going to be 45 seconds of push presses. So, barbells, bar up to that rack position, nice solid dip and drive, back to the rack, dip and drive, back to the rack, okay? Make sure it's the legs that are governing the motion here, guys, and that you're not just bouncing those reps through. If you are on a kettlebell or a dumbbell, then you guys are going to do push presses, alternating each round, okay? So do left side one round, right side the other, or you're more than welcome to swap halfway through or at any point on that 45 seconds. Your next option for that one, guys, is going to be a press up. So if you don't have any kit, that's absolutely fine. You're going to do your press ups. So you're going to do as many as you can, either full press ups, half kneeling, or you can go that snaking option for your press up, guys, okay? The choice, of course, is entirely yours. Your third minute is going to be spent doing 1 or 2 movements. You can either do a kettlebell swing or a ground to overhead if you have a plate or a medicine ball. So you're going to do nice sort of kettlebell swings. You're going to do 45 seconds worth, trying to hang on to that kettlebell. Just make sure we're really focusing on that hinge movement and a punch through the hips, not getting lazy through the back. Now, if you are on a plate or a med ball or a slam ball or something of that nature, you guys can do ground to overheads. All right, and you're going to do 45 seconds worth of those. Your fourth minute, thankfully, is going to be a rest, okay? Now, weights-wise, gents are on 50 kilos, ladies are on 30 if we are on a barbell. If you're on a kettlebell or a dumbbell or a plate, use what you've got. You're then going to go into a 10-minute EMOM, okay? Next piece is more midline focused. You're going to do 30 seconds in a plank with an arm and leg extension, okay? So, 30 seconds, you've got 2 options. You can either extend opposite arms, opposite leg, and hold in that position. Or you can swap over those arms and legs, okay? You're just making sure that midline is staying tight, hands underneath the shoulders, and you're extending opposite arm, opposite leg. Try not to go same arm, same leg, you'll definitely fall over. You're then going to go into 15 clams on the next minute each side. So you're going to be lying down onto your side, you're going to have the knee on top of each other, feet on top of each other, and legs bent up. All you're going to do here, guys, is you gently raise the knee and you're going to do 15 of these each side. Around about this pace should be fantastic, and you want to make sure that you don't roll away from this movement. If anything, push the hips into the movement so that you're squaring your body up all the time. Do 15 one side, simply roll through, and you're going to do 15 on the other side. You should feel a nice burn into the glutes, okay, if you get these right. Your third minute is going to be those plank reaches again, okay? So you do 30 seconds of your plank reach with your leg and arm extension. Your fourth minute is going to be 20 hollow to tucks. So you're going to start in your hollow position, okay? You're then going to tuck in nice and tight, extend back out to a hollow, tuck in nice and tight. You want to go nice and controlled, nice and smooth, so that you're not just rushing through these movements, okay? Main thing here is keep that lower back really nice and tight. Both arms and legs want to move at the same time. Your fifth minute is going to be a rest. You'll be thankful because your midline will be on fire. You're going to do 2 sets of this, guys, to make that 10-minute EMOM. As you can see, it's pretty hot, it's a pretty sweaty workout. You'll be good to go. Enjoy it, and we'll see you back tomorrow.